So repetitive word choice is something that's a big problem in essays. You sort of get hooked on a phrase and you keep repeating it throughout the essay. And that makes it really, really boring to read, to be honest. So what you want to do is you want to either get a thesaurus, an actual book, or you can look for synonyms for words online. But that is one of your best free tools because it will really help you use a more engaging vocabulary in your writing. Again, don't worry about it in the first draft. It's a first draft. When you get to the editing section, it's really, really important that you have a varied vocabulary and you're not using the same words over and over and over again. Another thing that I see a lot of is contractions. So that's don't instead of do not, isn't instead of is not, will instead of we will, or I'll instead of I will. When you're doing formal writing, you need to use it as two separate words. There are a handful of exceptions to that for these essays, but for the most part, it's formal writing and you should not be using contractions. The last one, which is challenging to explain until you've seen it a couple of times, is passive voice. A lot of people confuse this with past tense. Not the same thing. Passive voice is a specific way of putting a verb inside a sentence that makes it feel like it diminishes the verb, and sometimes simply reordering the sentence can make that sentence come alive again. And so it's hard to get a sense of unless you're a native English speaker or have a lot of training in grammar, but that's something to keep an eye out for. And honestly, if you want to use a tool, Grammarly is pretty good at picking up passive voice. What it's not good at is it's not good at fixing it. But it'll at least show you if it's there or not. Last thing, and this is the one that actually bothers me the most, is procrastinating. If you want to get a really amazing essay, you need to be working on this essay at least a month before the due date because you want to have time to make it excellent. And you do not have time to get all of these details and kinks worked out of an essay if it's due tomorrow. You just don't have that time because editing and doing it well involves reading it, leaving it alone, coming back, reading it, leaving it alone, coming back, and looking at it with fresh eyes. And you simply cannot do that if it's too close to the deadline. And so please, 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 please do not make the mistake of procrastinating on your essays.